Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, back here with another showcase, and actually moving on to ungeared. I usually try and focus on my kind of showcases around the geared side, but I figured this is a kind of special showcase. We don't usually get a whole bunch of holy relics that, like, you know, I'm really interested in, like, to do showcases with. But if you guys know about the HELBRAM holy relic, it is quite some, and with the fact that in the next update we should be getting a holy relic for the OG Festival King, this is quite the something, huh? If you guys don't know what the holy relic is, it is increase various allies' basic stats by 20%, which might not seem like a whole lot on paper, but combined with the fact that he has this buff card here, which is honestly one of the better buff cards in the game, especially since the fact he was like a day one unit, it is quite something. We don't have like a crazy amount of investment when it comes to the closet and everything, and unfortunately no gear made for HELBRAM. He actually has a gear set on him. Whose is this? Terry's? Okay. I suppose he has Terry's gear on him, so I mean we could still chuck like a UR gear set on him. I actually have enough to make a set for him, but I'm kind of moving some stuff around, just getting ready for the box CC and kind of like box CC grinding guides. So there is that. Do definitely expect that in the near future. But the main kind of showcase unit today will be of King, of course, being buffed by HELBRAM. If you don't know what the King does, he basically has these two insanely powerful AoE cards combined with his just one tapping ultimate and pretty decent passive. His passive ties into like, or is like one of the main reasons why he is tied for best unit in the game. And that is pretty much every time the unit does damage, he creates barrier around allies equal to 15% of damage dealt for one turn, decreases damage taken by 100%, and increases damage dealt by 25%. The King ultimate here, we do have 6/6. I also have a spare dupe in him, so it is what it is. I really wish gacha games would, like, I know this sounds so ridiculous, but implement trading, or at least some of them, because like, I don't know, ever since I was like younger playing gacha games as well, I always wished I could have like traded characters and whatnot with friends. I know, I understand not being able to trade in games like 7 Deadly Sins, but like, I don't know. We'll see. It is what it is. This is the team we're using today. Now I am very stuck between choosing to use Kyo here for the ignites right off the bat, or choosing Gotha and maybe ranking up King turn 1 and not using the HELBRAM buff. We'll see how it goes. If I'm not like digging this too much, I might go ahead and like change off the Kyo and put a Gotha in, but that's right, we'll see. This is the team we're using today, and let's jump right into it. And I mean, I pretty much usually only play ungeared for the daily reward, but ungeared is probably one of my, I don't know, I really like it, and this is actually a perfect starting hand for what we're kind of looking for. Unfortunately, he does have the Elizabeth here, so, I mean, I'm really quite unsure what to expect when it comes to damage, so let's see what we get here. I mean, hey, for a level 1 card, what's his second card going to do? Because that should completely wipe up Escanor, right? At least not get very close to it, yeah. I mean, hey, that's pretty impressive, right? King doesn't normally do that much damage. Damn, right after this we'll have to, I was going to say check his attack stat. And a rather quick first match, if I do say so myself. Can you guys imagine what it's going to be like when we start getting holy relics for the demon characters? And back-to-back forfeits, I suppose? And I mean, if 2 back-to-back forfeits doesn't say something for this team, that guy didn't even want to verse me, but can you believe what it's going to be like when we get like demon characters with holy relics that is like increase all demon allies basic stats by 20%? Like, do you reckon we'll ever get something like that? Because I feel like that's something that'll be like pretty universally good for the whole game's lifespan. But I mean, in saying that, power creep always happens. There'll always be a new and better thing. Hopefully this guy doesn't forfeit. I mean, we didn't actually end up killing anyone turn 1, so pretty much the most tankiest unit on his team, or definitely one of, especially with the fact that Deanne is type disadvantage against King. Meliodas unfortunately got the extra ignites there on him. Still amazed at just how many, actually, just the amount of jiggle physics they gave this Deanne. Like, they were really trying to get people to actually summon for this character, because I mean, there's still a whole bunch of people that are like so set on not summoning for the Deanne. Let's see, what's King's attack stat looking like? Extra 6,000 there. Not too bad. I might go for this one here. I should pretty much wrap things up for this match. I mean, definitely killing the Escanor and the Meliodas on the side. And this is one of the things I found when using Deanne is most of the time she survives just fine, but there's no real like protection for those other side units. And with the fact that Trader Meliodas and the Festival King units with such powerful AoE attacks, they usually end up dying, which is why the Festival King one we're using here is such a good like ally for her. And pretty much every unit that I've showcased since Trader Meliodas' release, they've been better used alongside Trader Meliodas than King, and I feel like this Deanne is the first kind of unit I can like comfortably say otherwise, that's for sure. Let's see, I might go ahead and move this, throw that one out there, and we get first ultimate of the video with King there. Easily be able to finish this King off here. Damn, these have These have been real quick. Don't get me wrong, I usually play geared PvP just due to how quick some of the matches can be finished. Honestly though, like, some of the kind of builds I run in 9 gear, just because you don't have to worry about building super like beefy sets for these kind of like odd-off characters, like, I don't know, it's definitely fun not having to like make UR gear. Granted, UR gear is pretty universal now, and accidentally killed before the ultimate. That's my bad. And unfortunately, with the fairy race being such like a terrible race when it comes to characters in Grand Cross, there's probably not going to be a like crazy amount of showcases I can actually do with this HELBRAM. It's more just for this king here, and for when the OG king actually gets his Holy Relic. I mean, I would really like to have, I feel like I've said this a couple of times now, but a festival Gloxinia where they're like wrapped around in the tentacle. I just feel like, you gotta be kidding, man. The evasion food. Okay, hopefully we can get some more king cards in this next turn, otherwise this might be a pretty hard stuck match to win, but yeah, no, I definitely feel like the fairies and giants should get just a couple more characters added to their roster, because like, at the moment it is just entirely ruled by like human race characters and demon race characters. You pretty much don't see anything else, and yeah, we are pretty much entirely going to be going for card draw in this next turn. Him having the Margaret, being able to cleanse, the fact that we fell for the evasion food right off the bat. I mean, I knew it was a real player as well. Like, I was sitting there on that loading screen for so long. We might actually not even break the King's Shield, which will be perfect for us. No worries, I'll take that any day. Question is, can we kill the Yan? I highly doubt it. Thank God we didn't get the Kyo ultimate as well. I mean, level 3 Kyo single target. Granted, he does have the Breath of Blessing. There's only 2 ignites on Dian, but still does some alright damage. I'm not too familiar with the ungeared numbers either, so I was just looking at those numbers go up then like, is she gonna be almost dead? Hey, she's pretty much one tap though. HELBRAM ultimate, only 4/6 as well. Can you believe this man's been out for so long and only having 4/6? That's a yikes right there. Cancels buffs and stances, so if we like, we can buff up, go for this one here, and then try and finish off like single targeting someone like King there to try and get rid of him. We'll see. I doubt he'll be able to kill HELBRAM here, right? I hope so. It was pretty much full health at the beginning of the turn. You can't sleep on Dian's damage either. It is, once you get her to like max ultimate gauge, and like I used or at least using her in the kind of, what's what I'm looking for, in the bird raid, she can get some crazy good numbers once her like passive's maxed out. It's kind of impressive if I do say so myself. Let's go for that there. It should pretty much get the kill on King. Actually getting some use out of HELBRAM's ultimate as well. Did that actually end up moving? Or should I say removing? Yeah, it did too. Didn't even have to go for the single target on King. Didn't even go for Margaret either. NDN survives? You gotta be kidding, right? Can we please get some more King cards though? I'd like to finish this match off sometime within the next couple turns. Give a little bit of BM, because this lag is absolutely unbearable. 1 King card? Ugh. Gosh, and he's definitely got a Breath of Blessed by this point. He can remove all those ignites and the poison. I mean, the poison actually helped out a whole ton there. Being able to break the King's Shield so we could like confirm the kill on King was absolutely huge. Hey, look at HELBRAM just being like not a terrible character. Like, Holy Relics, although they don't give like the kind of effect I wish they would, like I'd like them to be almost like just a little bit more relevant, especially some of them. Just like characters get given a Holy Relic and it's like nothing's changed for the character, but I do definitely like ones that can like help the character a whole lot when it comes to like meta relevancy and stuff like that. That should pretty much finish it though. Us losing the KO ultimate there and getting the extra King card was super good for us. I doubt anyone's, or Escanor of course, but I doubt Dian or Margaret's gonna survive this turn. I might go ahead and switch the KO up to Gotha just for these next couple. See if that works a little better. But here we go, we got Gotha on the team, and if we could get a Murder on the King card to start this off, that would be perfect. Of course not. That's alright. What do you want to go for on this starting one though? I'm thinking if we go for like the buff into this here, that way worst comes to worst, we at least still have a King card for the next turn. That way we can have another shield, but let's see. I mean, ideally you want to be using the 2 cards in the one turn. That way you can like get the damage buff from the first one and then use the second. I mean, still that's like almost, or just shy of like half HP for everyone. So not too bad. And if we can get like I mean, hey, that's still pretty good. We'll definitely be able to finish everyone off in this turn. It's like, I don't know, there's teams like this that are like the Meliodas, like Escanor Gotha team that's like insanely powerful in its offense, but like the second you go second, it'd be so hard to win. Like, and that's where the Christmas Wake and the Leah team just becomes so powerful that like, I know the survivability on the team is so good. And granted, you can go second, it can still be very hard to win, but like if you go ahead and like kill the Kyo, let's just say right off the bat, Christmas Awakened Lily can still like chuck out a dissolve card. She can still do crazy amounts of damage with the single target. You still have Trader Meliodas alive. Like, although you've probably used a lot of your power, like kill power in that first turn, Meliodas is still alive. Like, you've just got so many big threats in that team, which makes it really scary. Throwing these out there, that should pretty much make this one game. I'd be honestly so surprised if Meliodas manages to survive this, just with like the 2 stat buffs and the defense decrease. Maybe Escanor will end up. Damn, okay, Meliodas is the only one dying? What? How? I mean, hey, Escanor alive, there's not much you can do there. And another forfeit. And a King Kyo team. Okay, please, 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 can we get that at card draw? The merger on the King. Another terrible start. That's right, I'll probably do one more match just with like the Gotho instead of the Kyo. And I mean, fingers crossed, if not, I mean, even if we just get like another, like a Sever card, like the one we're using now, instead of the Power Strike, I'd be just as happy as that. Look at the kind of damage Kyo takes there. Damn, type disadvantage really killing him. And I don't know, I really love these kind of like super offensive teams. Like, my favorite team in the game is that Sigurd, OG Holy Relic Arthur, and Trader Melee combo. And I mean, I could definitely see myself liking this almost as much. I don't know, I feel like spawning in your opponent going first and them having like the 3 attack buffs right off the bat is just like so menacing. And then they use the Arthur buff and it's like, wait, Meliodas has got like 7 or something buffs turn 1. Like, I don't know, it's just so scary. But maybe if there was like a slightly stronger, like, I don't know, I feel like the HELBRAM KO is very good in a sense, but at the same time, like, I'd really like it to be like HELBRAM and another character instead. Also, look at the King Shield just completely holding up against everything we throw at it there. Impressive, impressive. Please don't not give us any. Oh. And this is the only problem with this team here compared to the other one. Like, in the other team, you do have like the Sigurd single targets. You get the extra survivability from the second half from melee passive on like your off turns where you don't have any good card RNG. This team, you kind of run out of cards and it's almost game over. Also, HELBRAM passive there, giving us the revive. Is there anything we can really do? Might just go ahead and go. We don't really want the HELBRAM ultimate, that's just taking up more space for king cards that we could potentially use. I probably should have drawn a Gotho ultimate actually, that probably would have been our only chance at winning this. Being able to remove the king ultimate. Oh, don't not give us any one king card. I suppose that'll do. HELBRAM will end up dying in this turn anyways. We'll have to go through King Shield, which is so painful. Granted, like, look, it is nowhere near as strong as the Elizabeth Shield, but like, actually, we're just gonna fully die there. Hey. It may not have been our king that was absolutely just destroying in that match, but at least it was a king. On to the final opponent. Hopefully we don't end up losing that one. And let's see it, our final opponent. Trader Melee Escanor, and please... Okay, double rank up. I'm happy with double rank up, that's for sure. He did get the merger on his melee card, which is a little unfortunate we didn't get the merger on our king, but with that there, we are guaranteed the level 3 power strike in this next turn. And the fact that we can actually fully attack into the team instead of attacking into a king shield, that should pretty much do it. But I mean, this team has been actually crazy. Honestly, like, with the buff and like the HELBRAM Holy Relic alone, like, you can see such a big difference. I mean, don't get me wrong, we didn't get the starting card draw that we wanted, but that is the best way we could have wrapped up the video. Honestly, I really hope everyone survives this first power strike card. Would it be better if I actually go ahead and use the level 2 instead? Will everyone still die to that though? Thank God King survived. That would have been so disappointing if it got like double crit and died. Well, I think we might go for the weaker one, just so he can go ahead and throw out the stronger. We'll even keep it level 2 just for like the higher chance of Gotha surviving. Don't get me wrong, Gotha does have decent substats. Oh, look at that, perfect. What are we thinking when it comes to damage? Only a level 1 rank up from the HELBRAM, so not peak damage. 300,000 ungeared. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't do like ungeared numbers, but that is really, really strong. And there we go, that just about does it for today's showcase. With a total of 4 forfeits. I mean, I know we did a couple more matches than we usually do. We only do like the 5, 6. I think we did like 7 in this one, just because, you know, we did get the 2 forfeits at the beginning and some of the matches were extremely fast paced. But I mean, I honestly really enjoyed this. I really do hope they start to give us more of these interesting holy relics. If only the deal wasn't such a pain to grind, I'd go ahead and actually get or feel comfortable in purchasing more of the fairy holy relics. But it is what it is. That just about does it for today's showcase. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did. Please leave a like and a subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.